All right, everyone. So DK Metcalf has been traded. So Metcalf is, I know this is not great news for Green Bay. We've missed out on kind of the top two targets I was hoping for this offseason, Devontae Adams and now DK Metcalf. He's going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler. The Steelers are trading a 2025 second round draft pick. Now, after the trade, the Steelers have reached an agreement on a contract extension with Metcalf. It's going to pay him roughly $30 million per year. So it's a 5-year, $150 million contract for DK Metcalf at 27 years old. So this for me is probably a little bit too rich for my blood for Green Bay. So if this was what he was looking for in a contract, I'm kind of glad we didn't bring him in. I think he's a great receiver, right? Is he, that top 5, top 10?
How how much do you think we should have paid him? Like if we got him?
I would have felt comfortable anywhere from 20 to 25. I think 30 is just a bit too much for what he's produced out on the field the last 2 seasons. 30 plus million to me, you're talking about those top tier wide receivers. And while he's a great wide receiver, right, he brings a lot to any offense, especially with his size and physicality. But he's not a top tier wide receiver. He's not in a guy you'd put in the same bucket as a Justin Jefferson, a Jamar Chase, guys of those calibers, right? So, but he is a great wide receiver. I just for $30 million a year, if that's what it was going to take to bring him to Green Bay, I'm glad we passed on him. I should say that. So, quick look on his previous season here. He graded out a 74.3. Receiving grade of 75, had 992 yards and 5 touchdowns. I do know he dealt with some injury this past season, but those numbers aren't indicative of somebody who makes 30 million plus a year, right? So
I'm surprised they only had to trade away a second round pick for him.
yeah, yep, second round pick, and there was some finagling kind of in the 6th and 7th round where they swapped picks, I believe, was part of the trade, but essentially it was for a second round draft pick. But when you look at these contracts, Bryson, so yeah, you're giving up a second, but then when you pay him $30+ million a year, you're also giving away some of your future, right? So the young guys on your team, future free agencies, that's all going to impact that 30 million plus a year is going to impact how you're active in free agency. It's going to impact how you can resign your own talent that you have there in Pittsburgh, right? So, congrats to DK, congrats to the Steelers. They're going to have to go out and find a quarterback to throw to him, but he's trading from Seattle, so Pittsburgh's got a wide receiver, paying him a lot of money. So congratulations to them on that. A little bummed it wasn't Green Bay, but for 30+ million a year, I'm good with that. So it's a hard pass for me. But with that, Bryson, that's all I have on the DK Metcalf trade for now. And as always,
It's got Pat go.